Welcome to Dalit Knowledge. Dalit Knowledge is the knowledge of truth. This is Professor Dr. Leela Karunyakara, Dalit historian and Ambedkarite thinker. This lecture is about basic characteristics of Dalitism. What is Dalitism? Dalitism is a philosophy that campaigns for making the world better. There are four basic characteristics of Dalitism. One, universal. Dalitism is universal in its nature and scope. Dalitism finds truth in the universal context. Dalitism believes in universal principles of liberty, equality, fraternity, justice, and human dignity. Since Dalitism is a philosophy of universal values, the first and foremost important basic characteristics of Dalitism is it is universal. It's a universal philosophy. The second most important characteristics of Dalitism is truth finder. Dalitism is a philosophy that enables its followers, its believers, its practitioners who are known as Dalitis. So Dalitism enables Dalitis to find the truth in the universal context, to find the truth based on the principles of liberty, equality, fraternity, justice, and dignity. Hence, the second most important characteristics of Dalitism is truth finder. It's a vehicle of truth finder. The first character is universal, second character is truth finder. The third characteristic is that Dalitism is humane. It's a philosophy of humanity. It gives more importance to human than the animal. Dalitism advocates equal human rights. Dalitism advocates racial equality. Dalitism believes that God has created all humans equal. Dalitism advocates racial justice, racial equality. Dalitism fights against racial injustice, racial inequality. It fights against caste racism, against the caste races. It gives more importance to human race than the animal. No animal is greater than the human beings. All humans are not only equal and superior to all animals. Animals are there to serve the interests of the humans. Human lives matter more than the animal lives. If animal becomes superior to human, then human become a slave to animal. Animal always should serve the interests of the humans. Of course, nature is not meant for exploitation. Humans supposed not to exploit the nature. It doesn't mean that humans should worship the nature or humans should treat nature as superior to themselves. Nature is always there to serve the human interests. Humans are always superior to all animals and no exception. This is the Dalit Indian philosophy. The fourth most important basic characteristic of Dalitism is it is consequential utilitarian philosophy. In other words, Dalitism gives importance to neither consequentialism nor utilitarianism, but it synthesizes both consequentialism and utilitarianism to find the truth. Dalitism finds the truth between two extremes, two opposites, two contradictions. Since it finds the truth between the two opposites, Dalitism is a middle path philosophy. There are four characteristics as I said right now. One is it is universal, the another one is truth finder, the third one is human, the fourth one is consequential utilitarian philosophy, that is middle path philosophy. These are the four important basic characteristics of Dalitism. This lecture is about the introduction of these four characteristics of Dalitism. In some other lecture, I will be explaining more about Dalitism. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat, thank you very much.